develop a positive body image while transitioning, and also how to, as a trans man, how to deal with hip dysphoria. Like many of us trans men, due to some medical issues, we don't start testosterone that early, or could be any reason. So our hips are very feminine, so we feel very uncomfortable, we feel very a lot of dysphoria. So how to deal with that? So it's all about body image, how to deal with body image and all.
I will take this question a bit broadly, and then you please provide a prompt if that does not answer. I think we have to understand that the body image that we have developed has also happened in a society where we have not seen people like us, right? And that same society is creating such restrictions for people whom it was designed in the first place. So even cis people are struggling with body image in this society, where certain kinds of bodies are pushed as desirable and certain kinds of bodies are not. And I think having this context helps to understand first that you are not alone, which is very important to know. Secondly, for a lot of trans persons, body dysphoria is a very legitimate experience where they're actively feeling a disconnect from their body. And therefore, to explore what gives me euphoria, what gives me comfort, which part of my body, if I conceal, that gives me joy. Is there any sort of, like, a lot of trans men use binders? The main purpose of binder is to, facilitate that body image in a certain manner, right? Even so going forward from there, to know this, to know how do I feel comfortable, to check in with myself, because often what happens is the vision, and also the vision that I have of myself. There might be a vision that when I'm thinking what kind of a man I want to be, I might have Hrithik Roshan or Salman Khan in mind. But to understand that that is a fantasy and that is an idealistic vision, and then to even look at different forms of masculinity, and I think queer masculinity, if you look at it, offers such a wide scope to understand, because I think this is the joy of our movement, that we have actively been able to push the limits of masculinity, also to push the limit of what it means to be masculine. And that someone who has, say, a feminine kind of body structure can be actively masculine and can take that role if the person plays it that confidently, right? So to affirm that, and I think as a professional, my responsibility will be to affirm that your masculinity is more than your singular body parts pulled together. It's a holistic sense of who you are and how you see yourself. And if you feel confident, if you simply believe that, yes, I am this man, I think that should be like the overwhelming, vibe of it would be such that it will engulf you with confidence. And of course, there's also this thing that we desire certain bodies, right? We have a vision of certain bodies because while we are not transitioning, it might so happen that our peers have transitioned, right? And we are seeing them and getting jealous and thinking, okay, this man has now got a beard and I'm still stuck without teeth. I might think that. But then to also realize that my journey is unique and this person's journey is unique, and we all started from a similar place. So to remind myself that I'm a trans man, so I have a different history, I have a unique trajectory, right? But that is not essentially saying that that trajectory is something that I need to hide, because the more I try to hide, the more it will come up and the more people will make me uncomfortable about it. But the more I own my history, the more I say, yes, I know where I'm beginning this journey from, but that does not make this journey any less valid. That is, I think, very important. To affirm, to validate, and to stand by yourself, regardless of what others are saying. That, our bodies, while however we dislike them, they're also the vehicle to achieve what we want. So, for me to see my body as I like it, I have to take care of it. It's also self-preservation. I might want to see my body in a certain way, but if I'm not caring towards it, I might not even live to see that body. I might not feed myself, I might be neglecting myself, and then the physiological mechanisms in my body might be so upturned that I cannot access hormone therapy. So for my long-term goals, it is therefore essential to also love myself, because that is the route to ultimately completing transition as I envision it.